wasn't a big man. He only had a few rocks in his hand. But he knew, yeah, he knew what he could do, yeah. So when Goliath came toward him, he put on that brave, bright grin, and he let that snake shot do what it was made to do. Show him that you're not afraid. Show him that you're not afraid. When worries try to fight you, don't let them get in the way. Show him that you're not afraid. Show him that you're not afraid. No matter what you go through, come on and be brave. Show him that you're not. Show him, show him. We've all got bullies and bowlfuls. They show up and they push and they pull. And we hide and we cry, but we should realize that courage comes when we choose it. When we decide we just won't quit. Yeah, I know you can do it. Get to it. Show them that you're not afraid. Show them that you're not afraid. When worries try to fight you, don't let them get in the way. Show them that you're not afraid. Show them that you're not afraid. No matter what you go through, come on and be brave. Show them that you're not.
All right, Kinsman, here we go. Sunday night. I love it.
Sunday night show. It's going to be a great show, especially if you're an entrepreneur looking for some financial assistance and, recommendations when it comes to, boosting your business.
Yeah, we can't wait to talk to our friends from Link North. Now, if you remember, Kinsman, last year we were with the team for Pitch, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, yes, it was. And again, one of the rising stars from Pitch, Trezor Kombucha, Jessica West, she is proof in the pudding why you need to, listen to the folks from Lake North with Boost. And we're going to chat with Taryn. We've got Ross waiting in the wings to tell us all the details. And if you say, wow, I want to be just like Jessica West, well, this is your opportunity.
And we are going to be talking Timmins Con right after. We chat about Boost in action, by the way, pal. And we'll give a full recap on that. But we definitely want to bring Taryn and Ross on. And hello to everyone. Thank you for joining us on this Sunday evening. We appreciate that. And I think we got a pretty amazing show tonight. So, Kinsman, I'm ready to go.
What amazing show.
I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, pal. So let me bring them on. You ready?
Let's do it.
There they are.
Hello, there they are.
There they are.
Hi, guys.
The real superstars of the community, Kinsman.
That's right. That's Ross McDonald and Taryn. Hi, Taryn. How are you?
Good. How are you guys? We're
Yeah.
excited to be on tonight.
Yes. We are excellent. Everything's going good in my household so far. No dogs are barking. Let's cross our fingers.
Awesome.
They're usually quiet all day, and then time 7 o'clock comes, dogs start barking crazy.
It's like they know, right? They know that
Like
you
they
just
want to
got
be a
live.
part of the. They want to be a part of the show too.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know, it's okay for one bark, but then when it's like 69 barks, it's like, we get it. It's time to leave the stage.
That's right.
But thank you so much for joining us. We love our friends at Link North as small business owners. We were talking before the show. My dad owned a Burger King in the 70s. There was absolutely no help for him at all. You sort of just had to figure it out on your own, sink or swim. And if things worked, they worked. If they didn't, you're bankrupt. And things have dramatically changed in the last decades, especially the last little while, to have, groups like Link North that are there to support businesses in the community.
That's right.
And I know we're going to chat about Boost today, but I think that's awesome. Times have progressed in the right way. And Mark and I, as, business owners, we really appreciate that. Having folks like that to have our backs, because sometimes our two brains aren't better than one.
No, it's nice to have other eyes, other ears, other suggestions. Constructive criticism tends to work wonders, especially when say you're going a certain way. It's nice to see a different vision and say, maybe I should take it this way. And of course, that's the beauty of having teammates. And again, when you're with Lake North, with Boost in action, you're going to have two wonderful teammates with you.
There we are. Well, maybe we should start off with Ross, if you don't mind. Can you tell us, for folks that don't know, are you able to tell us a little bit about what Link North is all about?
Okay. So Link North, we support entrepreneurs and businesses at any stage of development. So we have our programming and services that support businesses before they launch. So in the pre-business phase, when they're maybe looking to develop a product, develop their business model and test those things. We support them right through the commercialization and help them as they scale and grow their operations.
Pretty awesome. It is really awesome. And do you find, I was talking a little bit about the beginning, things have progressed in the last few decades with the sources that are out there to support business owners or pending entrepreneurs in communities. Because, I was joking a little bit about my dad, but it's absolutely true, because I remember even as a little kid, he struggled every day and he's like, I don't know where to go. I don't know. I sort of just got to figure this out on my own.
Yeah, for sure. I'm probably too young to remember the programming from that might have existed way back when, but
of course,
sure, there's a lot of resources and help that are available to support.
Yeah. So can you introduce it? I know we're here tonight to chat about Boost. We're super excited about that. I love the tagline, Boost in action, and it really is. We're going to chat about that tonight, but are you able to tell us a little bit about specifically the Boost initiative?
Okay. So Boost is a funding program that provides 50% grant funding up to $10,000. Again, we support businesses in the pre-business, early stages from launching, as well as businesses that are existing and are looking to grow their operations further. It's a very versatile program in a number of ways. So it can support different costs. So we can support capital and non-capital costs. So we can support equipment if a client's looking to develop their information technologies, computer software. We can even support if they're looking to work with one of our business consultants, provide funding that way. Another thing, and we'll probably get into it a little bit more, is our program, even though it goes up to $10,000, businesses or entrepreneurs don't have to access the funding all at once. So that's kind of a unique thing about our program. So if they come in and they start working with us, maybe they're going to be working with one of the consultants, develop a business or marketing strategy, and then they'll work on that. And then coming out of that, let's say there's recommendations that by the business consultant that the business should maybe go to some trade shows and stuff, and then we can, again, the boost funding could potentially support costs associated with that. So there's, it really comes down to when a client comes into our organization, we help them to develop a roadmap. So you're at point A right now, and you want to get to point B. So what are all the different supports and stuff that we can provide along the way? And the boost funding, as long as it aligns with what we've discussed and what we've developed in the roadmap, we're pretty flexible in what we can support.
And businesses can, not only stop at the, 50% up to the 10,000, but can keep applying, year in and year out for, continued funding.
Yeah, for sure. Like for an existing business, maybe they have some initiative that's going to be like to purchase some of the equipment that's going to cost $10,000 or so, and they might access it all at once. But if you're an early stage entrepreneur, you might not have that cash, or you might not, some of the things you want to work on aren't necessarily going to cost that much money. So $10,000 is the max, and you can access, maybe $2,000 early on, work on a little initiative to, scale the operations a little bit. Then maybe in a few months, you're going to access, another $2,000 or $3,000 for something different.
Very cool. So we're a visual platform. We love visuals, and we love success stories in the community. So we had an awesome time with you folks not too long ago at one of our favorite spots for sure, Mark, at Full Beard Brewing. But we had a chance to meet with you folks, and specifically Jessica West, who owns Trésor Kombucha in the city and is doing an amazing job. And she went through the boost funding, and we have a video to show about her success story. I think I'm ready to see it. You ready to see it, Mark?
I'm ready to go back in time. This is a great, lovely lady. Let's see her again.
Here's a little surprise too. I work closely with Taryn. Did 99% of the work on this. It's brilliant. I have not shown Mark the video yet, there, Taryn.
Really?
He wants to see everything all the time. He's going to keep this as an awesome surprise.
Well,
all right?
Yeah, you're going to get the instant wow factor here. And again, we get to see Taryn's graphic designing and editing skills all in one here tonight.
All right.
Awesome.
3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's award time, folks.
That's good. So here we are at Full Beard Brewing, chatting with Jessica West, the creator and the owner of Trésor Kombucha here in the Northern Ontario. Jessica, such a pleasure here chatting with you here today about your successes with
We'll have your
Boost.
bath in an hour.
And before we get into Boost, take us through this amazing drink, Trésor Kombucha. For those watching, tell us about your amazing business here in the North.
Sure, great. Thanks, Mark. It's great to be here. So kombucha, for those who don't know kombucha, it dates back 2,000 years. So it's an ancient beverage that has always been regarded as a health beverage because it contains probiotic bacteria from the fermentation process. And so it's fermented tea with sugar and water in the kombucha culture. And there's many supposed health benefits with that. I personally experienced some of those benefits myself throughout my life. In particular, when I was in a motor vehicle accident, and I really turned to natural health and kombucha in my healing process. And so I was consuming kombucha on a daily basis. And then it wasn't until later in my recovery when I had really stopped and looked back at just how far I had come. And so this is when I heard of the gut-brain axis. And this is, the state of our gut greatly impacts the health of our brain. And so by consuming probiotic foods like fermented foods, and vitamins and just we treat our gut right, well, we're also benefiting our brain. And so I really believe that my natural diet and kombucha helped in my brain recovery. And so that was all I needed to know. And I really became hooked on kombucha, so to speak. And kombucha became like a regular part of my diet. And then I found out that you can make your own kombucha at home. So as soon as I started doing that, I really enjoyed it. I started vending at the farmers market, and the business really took off from there. People loved the recipes that I was creating, and that really gave me the encouragement to launch to commercial sales. As soon as that idea came to mind, I started to look at who I could reach out to help me with that. And so I do believe that Link North and Boost, like, they were a vital part in where I am today. And one of the first things that they helped me with, and this was in spring 2021, was to be able to determine like the financial of my business. And so as soon as I thought to put it, commercialize it, I had this idea that I really wanted to give back. And so I wanted to donate a certain portion to other brain injury survivors. And I wasn't too sure of what percentage I wanted that to be. So through Boost, I was able to access a professional accountant locally.
Okay.
And with her, I was able to discuss with her like what I wanted with my business, and she was able to offer her professional advice as to what percentage would be best for the impact that I can make, but also, you know, ensure the sustainability of my company. And so that was like a really, really vital point. And I really think that that's what really gave me the confidence and launched me into being able to develop the business commercially. And later on, you know, a few months down the road, continuously working with Link North and the team of consultants there and Boost Funding, I was able to access a business consultant. And so I'm now working with a business coach, which was super beneficial, especially because I'm a sole entrepreneur right now, and so running the business by myself. So it was really, really great to be able to bounce my ideas off someone who is a professional in business and who has built her own business from the ground up. And so she was able to offer those kinds of expertise, and that has been like completely invaluable to my business, and it's taken me in new directions that I would have never seen myself going if I were, you know, at it truly alone. And so I really do see the benefit in the consultants at Link North and the Boost Funding. They really go above and beyond to be able to work with their clients, and they really have like a deep passion for what you're doing in your business too, and they really, really want to help. And so any time you can contact them, they're always there for you.
Farmers market to where you're at now, obviously with the help of Boost and the funding through Link North, you know, where do you see yourself on the business scale from 2021 to now?
Yeah, 2021 has been an amazing year for us, and so we officially launched commercial sales in July. And when I had just launched this, I had about 3 retail customers in Timmins that were interested in carrying my product. And since the past couple months, I mean, now we're in 15 stores, and we're also expanding into other regions. And so now you can find Trésor Kombucha in New Liskeard, Cochrane, Hearst, Sudbury even, and Timmins in multiple locations. And so scaling the business in 2021 has really been phenomenal.
Isn't that, just making sure I take everyone off mute. So a couple funny side notes. One, part of the video was not Kinsman telling his kids they have to wait for a bath. They have to have a bath after the show. And the second thing I noticed before we do a deep dive into the video is that Ross has an amazingly clean desk, doesn't he?
Doesn't he?
Oh, he definitely does.
Heck of a
Yeah.
desk.
Yeah, he also has a lot of plants in his office. Like, it's set up really, really nice in the background. It was perfect for shooting, actually.
I respect the clean desk, because I like, other people say if it's messy, you're busy, but I always say if it's clean, you're busy, because, you know, you've done your task. So
That's right.
I go the other way, but that's, you know, we love Jessica, and she has a very strong entrepreneurial spirit, and is one of the, you call them up and comers, but to me, she's doing it. So she's one of the strong business women in our community. But that's
Definitely
a success story, Ross, with Jessica. So can you walk us through how Jessica, and, you know, this would be an interest to other businesses, how she began the process to access Boost?
Okay. So for anyone that's looking to access a boost or other programming through Link North, we have them complete our become a client questionnaire on our website, linknorth.ca. So that questionnaire will take them about 10, 15 minutes to go through. And they're providing information on their business or project they're working on. They're talking about their challenges. They're talking about the opportunities that they see for their business or product, and where they want to go with it. They, after submitting that application, it comes through to us. And then we spend time and we look at all the business information that they provided. So then that helps us to start to plan out their roadmap, per se. So we start preparing for that initial consultation where we're going to meet with them. So when we do schedule that initial consultation to go through things, we're very prepared. We have a good understanding of their business, their project. We have a good understanding of Link North supports, as well as, sometimes that there's other supports available in our ecosystem from our partners that provide services to entrepreneurs and businesses. So we're prepared to talk about that with them too as well. So I think one thing too to note is that Link North and Innovation Center, we support innovative entrepreneurs and businesses. Some businesses, like generally, we don't support restaurant, retail, or tourism type businesses. So we tend to support businesses in the resource sector or manufacturing, agriculture, agri-foods, as we call it, which Jessica falls into. But the one good thing, even if someone is uncertain or like, oh, I'm not sure if I meet their criteria, if I'm eligible, when we get that information, even if we can't support them, we'll be prepared to say, even though Link North can't support you this way, well, maybe the Business Enterprise Center or another organization can support. So we don't leave people hanging without that support.
I think that's really cool. So simply put, if you're interested in Link North services, you want them to go to linknorth.ca.
Correct. Yeah.
Fill out the form on the webpage. And if the business doesn't happen to meet your criteria, then there's definitely going to be a follow-up with that business, with that individual, with that group, and you may be able to provide them to the right source link. And if they do meet the criteria, then a Link North advisor will be following up on how Link North will be able to assist that business.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So let's say, once, let's say they're eligible for Link North services. So we start working with them at that initial consultation. Our goal is to, we meet with them for about 45 minutes to an hour. We want to walk away with a roadmap. So you're here at point A, there's point B. What are the different supports that are available to you that we can provide, our ecosystem partners can provide to help you develop that business. So if you're in the pre-business phase and you have a product, early stage product, is there resources that we can link you to do some product development, prototyping, testing that out in the real world environment? Like, how can we get you from that stage to being able to get to a point where you're ready to commercialize that product? For a business that comes into us in a very early stage that maybe launched in the last few months, we're going to be kind of focused on helping them to scale their operations. So, you have your product or service that you're offering. Now, how can we help you to get your customer base and build those sales in there? And then, of course, finally, we also work with established businesses, so businesses that have been around for 12 months or longer years. We also have programming, and our boost funding can support, to help them to modernize their operations, make operations more efficient. Maybe they're looking at diversifying their operations, and maybe they're looking to see a market opportunity, and we can help support them in that way too as well. So again, our programming is quite versatile, and it comes down to when we're working with entrepreneurs, everyone has their own story and they have their own goals, and we try and formulate our programming around what their needs are.
I think I think that's really cool, Mark. You know, obviously everyone these days look at cost and more, you know, even in our own personal lives, but definitely through our businesses, things are getting more costly and costly. And when you see that, you know, that 50% assistance, you know, that's a major draw. But just to, you know, elevate what you were talking about, Ross, it's also the professional services of a Link North advisor or advisors who have a history of assisting businesses. You know, so to me, that's a major asset. Also, it's like bringing in. Why it is like bringing in a consultant and a different perspective to your business, because you know they say this with safety, right? If you see the same environment every day, sometimes you miss things because you see the same thing every day. But when you bring in a new perspective, a different eye, they're able to spot out things easily. And I think that's, you know, the 50% is awesome. Of course, that's a big tail of it, but also having, you know, the advisor or the advisors from Link North coming to your business and help improve efficiencies is a major assistance to businesses in our community.
Yeah.
Good. Very cool. I want to chat with Taryn too, Kinsman, but you know, I'm gonna double down on her video skills. You know, she's you know,
the video was
I
phenomenal.
want her to do all of our videos, to be honest with you.
Were you tempted to take credit for Clopper?
Yeah, of course. Anything that's good, I want to take credit for, of course.
Well, I will say, it was a huge thank you to Full Beard Brewing for letting us film there, and also, you know what, Jess honestly made it very, very easy for us to capture that footage. So she made it a blast to work with her.
She did, yeah. They're always fun. So before I go, you know, we have some questions for Taryn, but I want to show you this other piece you haven't seen yet either, Mark. I've kept everything from you.
Kept everything a secret.
You know, Jessica was getting something nice, and you tried to step in between like always. So lucky Taryn was there to sort of settle you down. So are you ready to see this one?
Let's check this one out.
So the team at Link North wanted to recognize that Trésor Kombucha was practicing innovation inside their organization. So we just came up with this little certificate for your organization.
Thank you so much. This means a lot.
Oh, Mark, this isn't your interview. Sorry.
So look at that, Taryn. Look at, you know, Jessica's there, you know, getting some sort of recognition for accomplishments, working with Link North and Boost. And Kinsman, he thought that was for him.
Yeah, we should see in the comments how many people want to see the bloopers of that, because we have tons. We have tons. I can put together a reel.
Yeah, lots of fun.
That's right. We are definitely getting a couple laughs on that. So, you know, we're here to talk about Boost, but we'd love to talk about, you know, Link North. We got these great shirts, Mark. I almost poured to the wrong side.
Yeah, we still have these shirts.
But tell us a little bit more like about Link North and you know where they can find you online and start the introduction process.
Yeah, for sure. So you can find us online at linknorth.ca. And then the first step we always tell people to become a client is to fill out our Become a Client questionnaire. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes. Ross already kind of touched on that point. And also along the roadmap, some of those resources that we offer are our workshops and our master classes. So we do have some upcoming workshops. We have our Building Your Business Model workshop that's coming up on April 13th at 6 p.m. So that's a 3-part series. And we'll kind of take you through your business model canvas, and we'll be planning that out with you guys. But that's also for seasoned entrepreneurs, I should say, not just new entrepreneurs. And then we also run our master classes as well. So currently we're doing our design thinking series with James Todd from Inside Innovation. So these master classes are great. They're just a nice collaborative space for entrepreneurs to come in and ask any silly question that you want, pretty much. So our next master class is coming up on April 21st at 10 a.m. And that's called Understanding Your Target Customer. So In that masterclass, we will be mapping out sort of your customer journey and all the touch points that the customer kind of has to go through to get to your product and sort of the end goal there and how to make those conversions happen. So that's just two of the things that we offer aside from our Boost funding program. So that might be something that we're referring clients to be taking also, just to kind of enhance their entrepreneurial skill set. And even if you're not an entrepreneur and you're interested in becoming an entrepreneur, you can sign up for these workshops. They're free. And, you know, we do our flagship series, which runs in the evening. So, you know, you guys can hop in after work. And yeah, you can find us on social as well on Link North Nord, that's Nord. And we also have our podcast series. So our very first episode launched 2 months ago with Mr. McDonald here, the funding guru. He kind of talks you through how we work with entrepreneurs, and you know, he kind of highlights some past stories as well. And I think Jess also was mentioned in that one. But we also have a new episode coming out tomorrow, and that also features Jessica West from Tresor Kombucha. So that's going to be released tomorrow. So you can find us on Anchor, Spotify. You can just type in Link North or the Link Up. That's what our podcast is called. And she'll be on, and she'll be talking about Tresor Kombucha, how she developed her product, all the challenges that she faced, and pretty much what's up and coming for Tresor Kombucha.
I think that's cool. So I'm on the, you know, we're on the Link North distribution list. So we see all the activity and all the workshops that you offer in the community, you know, free of service. And here's another great point about these workshops. Besides learning, you know, Kinsman learning, we, even you and I have, well, we have a lot to learn.
Well,
but you get to connect in these workshops with a lot of other entrepreneurs in your community, maybe outside your community, but definitely in your community, that have a lot of the same questions or concerns, success stories, and sometimes fail stories that you do. And they share these lessons.
That's right.
You can feed off one other, you know, let's say you did have a fail story. You can figure out how one person said, hey, I did the exact same thing, but here's what I did. And then that's, you know, where you can feed off one another.
Exactly. It's so valuable too. You're getting this time with a consultant who's very, very skilled in their fields, and you can ask them any question. And you know, you don't have to feel embarrassed at all, because I'm in every single one and I always ask stupid questions. So
right.
Exactly.
That's right. And you know, running a business is definitely, no one runs a business and it's successful the next day. Like like there's a huge learning curve. And you know, that's why, you know, these workshops and, you know, working with, you know, the team at Link North, one of their advisors, there are no dumb questions, because everyone has to ask them at some point. And there's a lot to know about running your own business. You know, it's information overload, not necessarily something you have to eat up all at once, but there's many different people in the same position that you are or were at one point. And I think it's valuable, and it's free. You know, that's awesome.
That's where people, I think that's probably one of the stumbling blocks is people say, well, hey, I don't have time, or maybe it always comes down to time and money, where, you know, okay, if you can find a little time, here's the best part is you don't need money, because these are free services that, you know, are at your fingertips. And again, all you have to do is, you know, head to the Link North website and get yourself on board with, you know, becoming a client. And again, you know, in 10 to 15 minutes, you know, let's say you qualify. Like, if someone's sitting there going, I wonder if I qualify, well, fill out the become a client, you know, questionnaire and see. And again, look, it's either going to be Taryn or Ross, and you know, they're not scary people. They're going to get back to you and say, you know what, hey, you're qualifying, or here, we're going to pass you off to someone we know that will, you know, help you fit that criteria.
I can afford free, and yeah, of course, yeah, we can,
everybody loves free.
But Amanda's right; it is not easy running a business, and it comes with a lot of pitfalls. It also comes with a lot of rewards, but it's not easy. Even if you're a spirited entrepreneur, you've been around for years, maybe you're expanding your business. You know, there's many different questions to ask, and we have these services in our community with people who are, you know, the subject matter experts in business entrepreneurship. So it's awesome, and it's free, and it's right in our community, and they live in our community. And I think that's really cool. I have a question for you, Taryn. How do they, because you offer like a multiple platform of workshops, how are the themes decided?
The themes for the workshops?
Yeah.
I mean, the themes are pretty much decided. I don't know. The themes are decided based off of what I see kind of trending online.
Okay.
That's how I pretty much decide all of my themes are, you know.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, because obviously both you and Ross talk to a lot of people in the business community, and you start to see certain themes from individuals. So I would assume, like, a workshop may be based around
Right.
a theme of maybe concerns or a subject that you feel people need a little more further education or need to talk to a professional about.
Right, exactly. I should probably reiterate that our master classes are actually a little bit more based on expert topics. So they kind of delve more into sort of the innovation realm and those types of things. And then it's our flagship series that kind of covers the basics of, building your business model and marketing and analyzing your financials, and those types of things are kind of covered in our flagship.
We love it. Ross, I have a question for you. We like to ask our guests this, obviously you're an expert in everything Link North, but if Mark and I were to sit down and have a coffee with you at Tim Hortons, and we were saying, what's Link North like all about, and why should Mark and I go to linknorth.ca and fill out the questionnaire? Like, what would you tell us in a casual conversation?
Okay. I'm going to go back to a point that you're saying earlier in a couple of comments that I've seen, that, running a business or starting a business is not easy. So when we work with clients, the funding is obviously attractive to anyone, entrepreneur. There's up to $10,000 they can access, so sign me up. But we work with clients, so we work with them closely to develop a roadmap. So it's much more than the funding. So we try and usually a 3 to 6 month roadmap period, where we can provide supports on helping them to design their business model, provide feedback on that business model, their value proposition, helping them to determine. So you have this product or service that you want to bring to market, but you have to step back and consider your target customer. You have to think, what value does my product or service deliver to that end customer? All those kind of sorts of business questions and developing a business model that come up. And our services, really, I would sum that up as an advisory service. We help clients, guide them through that process, help them to understand, test their business model, develop it. So that's what I would say to you, is that we provide that guidance. You are the entrepreneur, your product or service, what you want to offer, and we're that kind of outside person that's looking at your business model, and we can provide that kind of support and guidance.
I think that's awesome. And we've talked a lot and showcased Jessica West, and part of it comes to following the guidance. So you talked about testing your market. So Jessica West, she brought her product out to one of the markets here in the community, the Mount Joyce Farmers Market last summer, and she tested it, and got feedback on it and see if it drew an attraction. It did, her success did not come overnight. And she followed, and I'm sure, the consultation with the Link North advisors helped with that path with her, and she tested out on the right market.
Sure.
Feedback. You just don't grow instantly.
No, exactly. So when, when Jessica, for example, when she came to us back in spring last year, she was in a couple of businesses. She had an idea for her business model and how to grow her product further. Mm-hmm. And working with us and working with our boost funding that provided her to work with a professional accountant and others, she's able to kind of scale the operations. But it doesn't happen overnight, right? It took over the summer. And then by the fall, I think she was in about 10 to 12 different retail businesses, and a Lynn's Tea Shop and others selling her products. So she's growing, and and now just recently, I know that she's grown into the Sudbury market. So there's a couple,
which is phenomenal
on Sudbury.
Yeah, super cool. Yeah.
That's like a year later. So it does take time, you know, to develop and get to that point.
Yeah, it really does. And also, you know, I mentioned this term overload, but the entrepreneurial spirit, you know, that comes within, you know, and we worked with Jessica, and we worked with her partner, Justin, who owns co-owns B&M Renovation, and they're heavily motivated to succeed. You know, we call them, you know, entrepreneurial all-stars in our community. And Mark, you know, we were sharing this story, you know, Justin and Jessica were over at our place, and we sort of like merged our two products, we'll say, our beer with her drink. It was great. It was,
and it actually turned out all right.
But
And again,
here's a great story. So we were chatting to them, you know, it's 8:30, it's 9:00 at night. And we're like, you know, it's the end of the evening. And we're like, well, what are you folks doing? And they were saying, well, you know, we're going to go home and we're going to work on our goals. And I thought that was really cool as a couple, both running separate businesses and running ideas off each other. So it also takes that, you know, with the services, like the motivation and the thing that's difficult, you know, and sometimes it's challenging for us to be told you're doing something wrong. Like, not maybe wrong's a strong word, but maybe be advised to make an adjustment. And sometimes that's hard to swallow. Personally, sometimes it's hard for me to swallow. But that's why, you know, when you reach out to the advisors at Link North, they've seen, you know, path A to path Z multiple times.
Yeah.
And that's why, you know, providing those services, they may see something you can't see at this moment. And once again, these services in our community, these services are free. These services are just a questionnaire away. And I think that's an awesome thing for business owners. I think it's very cool.
And again, having all that extra help, if you do steer off the wrong path, you know, you're just you know, a quick correction away to getting back on track again. And that's why, you know, it's vital to you know, to have you know, the help from, you know, Link North and the boosted action.
Yeah. And another thing I'll point out too about our services, I don't think I touched on, is you know, there are a lot of different organizations that support businesses and entrepreneurs in our community. And it's very hard for a entrepreneur or a business to navigate all that. Like, where do I start? Do I apply for this program and do this resource and stuff? So we try and work that out with the entrepreneur. So again, when they complete our questionnaire and we get that business information into us, before we meet with them, we're prepared to talk about all these different resources that we're aware of because we're in the ecosystem. We have that knowledge that they don't about others, organizations that could support the product development or the testing, or, you know, help with you know, providing guidance on growing and scaling operations.
And if you know, if my dad would have had the Link North advisors, he wouldn't have tried that Whopper with 10 pieces of cheese, Mark. You know, they could have chatted with her and said, no, people aren't ready for that. You know, that's just too much, Gerald.
That's funny.
Would have set him straight earlier, and he would have been corrected and would have, you know, followed the proper path.
Right. Is the I guess maybe I'll ask Ross, but I know Terrence, a social media genius, so probably for both of you. The podcast, is the Link North team always looking for new and you know, innovative and creative ways to reach out to individuals? It seems that that's the path you folks are going on.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So we love to have kind of our clients on the podcast, and that's what we're going to be putting out the most, I would say. But also Ross mentioned our ecosystem partners. We're also planning to have them on as well. So stay tuned.
That's right.
Nice. Exciting.
And if you need any bad jokes no one laughs at, we got so many. We could be your advisors for that, eh, Mark?
That's right.
That's right. We got many wacky intros. But I listened to the podcast. It takes a while to get adjusted, because sometimes, like Ross, you probably know this. You have like sort of a script in front of you, but then you realize as you go through, I know this stuff, so it's easier to just have a conversation about it.
That's a funny point, because when we kind of first thought of the podcast, and, you know, it'd be Sylvie Lamont, who used to be with the organization. She was the interviewer and she was interviewing me. We had the script all developed and all set to go, and then, you know, we're doing it, and then it's like, you know, stumbling because we remember to say this and that, and we said, no, we know this. So we kind of threw out the script, and then we just went from like this and casual without even anything prepared, and went it actually went very smooth.
We have a question from Derek and around community outreach. So does Link North visit schools in the community to talk about entrepreneurship?
We haven't yet, and that's I would say we're always open to doing something like that. I know that our partner, the Business Enterprise Center, they actually have a program called Summer Company. So they have that program supports youth 15 to 29 that are in school and going back to school in September, and provides them with guidance to start a business during the summer. So when you talk about schools, that's probably a better program that would fit in better with that. And yeah, I know that they would be open to going to talk to students in that age group.
Very cool. Yeah, and I find too, Mark and I had an opportunity to speak with a class. I think they're like grade 9 and 10, and even there, they're well. Even listen, I should back it up even more. We are at Timmins Con today, and there was a young lady in grade 3 already asking questions on how to advance her business. So. Bad in grade 3, I was nowhere. I was worrying who stole my Wayne Gretzky card.
Right. what are you doing at age 3? Then now, trying to better a business. And it's funny when we pull up to this, booth. You're looking at mom and dad, going, okay, well, this is some amazing artwork, and you gotta correct yourself. No, we're looking at this young entrepreneur's beautiful artwork. And in fact, we might have that young lady on our show on Wednesday, which is kind of exciting.
But I guess the point is that we talk to a lot of the businesses in the community, as do you folks. And there are a lot of people in this community that either are running a business or interested in running a business or interested in expanding their business, want it to be better, for just a simple term. And this is where I find, it's very simple to go to the Link North webpage and fill out the questionnaire and find out if one of their advisors can assist you in your business. And if not, if they can't, if you don't meet their platform, they will provide you with a source that can make that introduction.
Yeah, for sure. And I can tell you, Jamie, that, we're co-located with the Timmins Economic Development Corporation and the Business Enterprise Center. So I can guarantee anyone out there that anyone filling in our questionnaire looking for support, they're going to get support from one of us. Like, we're like a one-stop shop that can support entrepreneurs and businesses at any kind of juncture.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Very good. And, Kinsman Taryn, we're going to bring her on as our editor for our videos. We got to hire her away from Link North.
I think so. Yes. Yeah,
She's
very
so
talented. And again, a great asset to Link North. And again, great asset to those entrepreneurs that, fill out, they become a client, become a client questionnaire, and eventually land on their feet with Link North and the Boost in Action program.
It's very good. One last question before you go, if you don't mind me asking. So I know that you were going to add another member to the Link North team. Is the posting still active?
Yep. So the posting is going to be active until April 19th. So if you're looking for a position in the business community and you have some commerce background, please do apply. So we are hiring right now for a business advisor.
Good. And so
you'll find that on Jobs in Timmins or timmins.ca, the city website.
Nice.
Exactly. Or on any of our social pages.
Good. So there you go. You can join these awesome folks there, Kinsman.
That's it. Get those resumes polished and again, hit up lakenorth.ca, get all the details of Boost in Action. Again, entrepreneurs, if you're thinking, should I, fill out the Become a Client questionnaire. And again, you'll, in 15, 20 minutes. And of course, after they review it, could be on your way to better entrepreneurship.
There we go.
That's right.
And you practiced that word 3 or 4 times today.
Entrepreneurial tip.
Because I always stumble on it.
Right.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think, listen, we can't cover it all because they do so much, but I think we covered a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Taryn and Rob. We really appreciate, Mark and I love you folks. We do a lot of work with you folks. We think the whole team's amazing over there.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate, you coming on our show and chatting about Link North and Boost. And I think it's an amazing service for our community. So thank you for sharing your stories tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
right.
Have a great evening.
Bye,
Okay.
guys.
Bye. All right, there we are, Kinsman. These services that are offered in our community for business owners are it's tremendous,
Isn't it?
yeah,
Unreal.
absolutely, very, very cool. And once again, when they talk about their services, these services are free, right? So it's like
Free service. Can't you can't get any better than free.
there we go,
Again,
pal. So
for-
a couple quick things. One, it's 3-2 for the Timmins
Yes,
Rock.
3-3 for the Rock.
Yeah.
You go up 3-0 in that best of 7, which means they could put French River to the brink of elimination after this win tonight and finish off the series tomorrow.
Yes. So go Rock, go. And I think we're going to talk a lot of it on Tuesday after we sort of swallow it all in. But this Timmins Con event, brought to you by the Northern Ontario Expo, that is an A+ first-class event that we saw so many, like that. The place was packed. So many happy faces, individuals, families, kids, grown-ups. It's just super tremendous.
It was such an amazing weekend. Great to hear from people coming in from afar saying, you know what, I've been waiting to go to this 4 years, finally getting the chance to do that. Seeing all the amazing videos, the people that we chatted with coming in and, checking out the displays. Of course, Daniel Cudmore was there. Katie DeCobre was there. Lineups galore. Vendors, talking to every vendor, leaving with a smile. Saying we made a big dent in profit this weekend, and it's great to see people supporting these vendors and these events.
That's a nice message from Louise saying, thank you for keeping us up to date if you could not make it. Yeah, you're very welcome. And it was really our pleasure. And so many talented people in the community who came from outside the community. And, the 501st Star Wars group, the DeLorean, so many things. I think on Tuesday, we'll definitely chat it about some more. But I could tell you that, Daniel Cudmore and Katie DeCobre, two of the headliners, for say, like, they had so many high things to say about Timmins and welcoming, because they attend a lot of these conventions. They say in big cities, some people don't like to conversate, or they're sort of standoffish.
That's what Katie was saying. She was saying the Vancouver cons, some people, they stay away, lineups, tumbleweeds going between she and or her fans, and here. It's just amazing the small town mentality. People want to get up close, and they're like, wow, there's Katie DeCobre. Let's go get her autograph. Let's go get Daniel Cudmore's autograph. They dive right in. They take advantage of the opportunity.
And just like an awesome team of volunteers and their board, like so many things. And we'll get into more Tuesday, but we wanted to give a big shout out to them. Awesome weekend, and something for everyone. And listen, you made Batman mad, you made Darth Vader mad, the Mandalorian wasn't impressed.
Deadpool was mad.
You were ticking them all off, Kinsman. You're trying to do Twilight jokes with Cudmore. I don't know, man. Lucky I was there with you all.
He's a tall guy. Like we're
like
tall ourselves.
12,000.
He made me feel like a dwarf out there tonight. This weekend. He's a big guy. You don't want to get on Daniel Cudmore's bad side.
No, but he's a gentle giant. But yeah, he's a monster of it too.
He was talking about how much they I guess they went for dinner at Cedar Meadows last night. He had the elk burger, so there's thumbs up to them.
Well, here's the thing, Katie DeCobre's husband convinced him to have the elk burger. But I'm like, don't they have elk at Cedar Meadows? If I'm going to see the elk walking by when I'm having an elk burger, I'm like, I don't feel it. I don't feel comfortable doing it.
Right.
I don't.
Or you're looking out in the elk pen. And you're like, okay, there's one missing.
Yeah,
as
I'm gonna
you're
go 1,
diving
2,
into your
3,
elk burger.
4. No, there's not that fourth. Where's that fourth? Oh, wait,
Yeah.
he came with the side of fries. No, I'm not having this thing. Like that's
You want
just
some gravy with your fries?
yeah. But you
No.
know, I go Cedar Meadows. I love their steak because they put gravy on it, and it was a good choice. But big shout out to them, and we got tons of pictures and stuff to showcase. But everyone. Oh, and listen. How amazing are the folks at the restaurant there? Like, they
Right.
treated us like
Joanne, you know, the Duciomes, Judy and Mark, you know, Sugar Ray, they call them. They all bent over backwards for us. The hospitality
yeah.
this weekend, phenomenal. So you know, again, we're putting it together a slide presentation during our midday blast tomorrow. It's going to be all Timmins Con related, pictures galore, and again, you're going to see all the action captured in the pictures during tomorrow. And you know, you're going to see all those smiling faces, all the volunteers, everybody that had a part of it. It's going to be a part of it.
When we did the recap with Daniel and Jason, I told them the joke my son told me. My son, okay, Dad, my son points to me. He goes, "You're a local celebrity." Then he points to Daniel Cudmore. He goes, "That's a celebrity." He goes, "Do you see the difference?" He did. He got me. Like, I was laughing hard. Anyways,
the little guy helped us out there this weekend. We were he was in charge of our shirts there for a few moments. And I say moments. He showed up for a few moments.
Look, Kinsman, you even made the library mad, Mark, forgetting about the library game zone until Sunday afternoon. Oh, we got to forget, like, this kid zone, like, it's just awesome.
It took up the entire upstairs,
yeah, the whole upstairs, and we got to see Mel in the kid zone. And I played Connect 4 with my son, and he beat me twice. So let's thank the sponsors. Are you ready, my dude?
I'm ready to go. Let's thank our great friends that keep this show afloat for us. And Drouin, DAP Cleaning Solutions, commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed, cleaning service, carpet cleaner, janitorial service, stripping, waxing floors, windows, any other cleaning, sanitizing job you require. Call today for a free quote. In fact, she's still booking her spring cleaning. Had a great booking for spring cleaning this month. She's extended it another month. So if you still need spring cleaning, give DAP a call. Give Ann a call, 705-465-3500. And Bella's Boutique, who wants to win this grand prize, which we're awarding tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, someone's going to get a phone call for a $100 gift certificate from Bella's Boutique for Dress Your Child for Spring Contest. And again, we'll announce the winner. You'll be notified from us tomorrow afternoon. And V&M Renovations, talking about V&M tonight with Ross and Taryn. General contracting, property restoration management, drywall plastering, doors, windows, flooring, interior, exterior painting, sidings, you name it. Justin and Matt can do it, and they're brand new. They're taking in clients all over the place, and why not see their work and their portfolio on their Facebook page. V&M Renovations, 705-372-3832 to get your free quote. And the deadline to apply for this, calling all Timmins artists. This is where you get to shine. You get to be a part of some amazing mural work and be put to work and, make a paycheck with the Downtown Timmins BIA. info@downtowntimmins.com. You can apply today. You can give them a call, 705-264-8133 for more detail. And Kins and Klomp Live, that would be us. We're going to be hanging out with Rosewood Avenue. They're going to be hanging out with all of us at Full Beer Brewing. And this is going to be happening on May the 6th. It's a Friday night, so if you need time to plan the sitter, you've got a lot of time. But don't wait too long on the tickets. Tickets are selling very quickly. And again, you can get a Kins and Klomp Live 705 bucket. Tickets are just $15. Contact Full Beard Brewing today. And you can even sit in our little VIP area. There's 20 allotted seats. I know some people are saying they want to sit with us, Klomp. So probably less than 20 now for that.
And less than 20 in total tickets available as of Friday. So Call them tomorrow if you're interested in coming.
That's right. Don't wait too long. And this another grand prize from another great sponsor, Albert's Sports and Workwear. Chantel wants to fill up your tank. Nice contest here to fill up your tank. We've all seen the price of gas, even though it's $1.80 a liter this weekend. It's still ridiculous. So guess what? If you go to Albert's between now and Friday, Good Friday, we're even though it is Good Friday, we're still going to make the draw that Friday. Clomp.
You make me work every day, Kinsman.
And they have a chance to win up to $250 for your tank to the win. In Jackpot City, how about Trudy Prue and her gang over at Jackpot City? They're in the middle of some renovations, and if you're looking forward to seeing what's inside, well, you might want to go check out Bingo. Inside or in-person bingo is back as of this Wednesday, and part of the grand opening in a couple of weeks' time. Keep it locked right here. Kins and Clop Live, we're going to be a part of the grand reopening of Jackpot City Gaming Entertainment. And Easter just around the corner. How about dairy-free Easter bunnies? Do you believe that? If you've got someone in the family who has lactose issues, well, go to Plant-Based Marché, 175 3rd Avenue, and they call those three ladies the dream team because they dream up stuff like this. Dairy-free chocolate Easter bunnies. Come in while they last. Again, 705-221-1755, 175 3rd Avenue. Go see them today. And Boost, we're just talking to Taryn and Ross tonight. 50% contribution toward eligible project costs. This is just amazing if you're an entrepreneur out there looking to get some financial help. And again, free services are right there at your fingertips. Contact linknorth.ca and get yourself involved with Boost. Access to bank of consultants and everything else. Oh, my little guys. You going to come read this with me?
There he is.
Oh, he wants some milk here. All right. Well,
yeah.
I'm talking dairy free. He's all thirsty for milk there. We're going to hook him up with milk in just a second.
But, we love the team at Link North. So to the webpage, fill out the questionnaire, and one of the Link North advisors will get in touch with you.
Yeah, they certainly will. How about this? Mango Delight, 194 3rd Avenue, Timmins, corner of Cedar and 3rd. They're open 11 a.m. till 2 for their lunch run and 4 to 9 on their evening run. And again, they're open for you, 705-531-5315. And if you haven't been in recently, someone just posted today a nice feast. We were there doing the video saying you need to bring room for the leftovers. They said, yes, you're going to get a lot of food for your dollar. And again, if you mention Kins and Clomp Live, you'll get a free Mango Delight dessert. And how about the Timmins Rock? They're currently battling French River right now. Last update we had 3-2 in French River, and this is game number 3 of the Eastern Division semifinals. If they win tonight, they put French River to the brink of elimination, which they can eliminate them tomorrow for game 4. And if necessary, game 5 would be back at the MAC on Wednesday.
All right, pal, you did it all. We love our sponsors, and thank you so much for watching tonight. And what a weekend it was, wrapping it up in a terrific way with Link North, Ross and Taryn. Oh, look at this. Look at you. What happened to you?
It's turning off my green screen there. It's trying to fight the green screen. But that was the board from our good friends at hipsterslasers.com. Yeah. They were down at Timmins Con, and they said, hey, do you want us to put your logo on a cutting board? Yeah. So that's what they did.
That's right. All right. Well, listen, Kinsman, I got Darth Vader calling me, and you listen. Things aren't going to go well for you this week. Let's just say things are going to
be the death share. That's going to show up in the midday blast there. He is it that what is it the death punch? What is Darth Vader up to there when he's doing a
choke? He uses the Force to choke you.
Uses the Force. Yeah.
All I know is that the Pokemon cards used the Force on my wallet this weekend because my son cleaned me out, but he got some awesome cards, but he definitely cleaned me out. That's that guy.
All right. I picked up some goodies for my little guys too. So yeah. It was a good weekend.
Nice cutting board. And there we go. Great show. And yes,
Thanks, Lori.
thank you very much, Lori. And go and
Yes.
get your
Hang on. Hayden, come here for a second. Come here. Come on
Well,
over here.
listen, kid, I'm just gonna end the show because you got to do some papa duties.
I got to do my papa duties. We're going to get some milk, and we're going to be back on Wednesday with a young entrepreneur. It's exciting stuff there, so stay tuned for that one.
Okay, and young kinsmen, lads, don't. Uncle Jamie says, don't forget to brush your teeth.
Esta canción te la dedico a ti, la que siempre está junto a mí. En las buenas y las malas, siempre bella y fiel eres tú. Desde el momento en que te conocí, sentí algo que nunca antes sentí. Contigo lo tengo todo, reina de mi castillo eres tú. Yeah. Me levantaste cuando estaba en el suelo. Tuviste fe cuando nadie en mí creía. Bebé, tú eres la mujer maravilla. Prometo ser tu Superman por toda tu vida. Tu sonrisa me inspira. Cuando me tocas todo se me olvida. Tus labios me sanan las heridas. Dueña de mi corazón, la que todo lo cambió. Una flor en el desierto y como lluvia bajo el sol. Dueña de mi corazón, contigo todo es mejor. Me calmas las tormentas con la magia de tu amor. Oh. Quiero protegerte, ser tu escudo. Quiero regalarte las estrellas. Quiero hacerte feliz, te lo juro. Quiero amanecer junto a ti hasta que yo me muera. Contigo todo es más divertido. Se van las horas sin darme cuenta. Eres como el aire que respiro. Dueña de mi corazón, la que todo lo cambió. Una flor en el desierto y como lluvia bajo el sol. Dueña de mi corazón, contigo todo es mejor. Me calmas las tormentas con la magia de tu amor. Oh. Esta canción te la dedico a ti, la que siempre está junto a mí. En las buenas y las malas, siempre bella y fiel eres tú. Desde el momento en que te conocí, sentí algo que nunca antes sentí. Contigo lo tengo todo, reina de mi castillo eres tú. Dueña de mi corazón, la que todo lo cambió. Una flor en el desierto y como lluvia bajo el sol. Dueña de mi corazón, contigo todo es mejor. Me calmas las tormentas con la magia de tu amor. Las tormentas con la magia de tu amor. Oh, oh, oh. Dueña de mi corazón. Esta canción te la dedico a ti, la que siempre está junto a mí. Dueña de mi corazón.